Like, people don't be seeing sometimes what the small things that they can say can have a huge impact, and a person will remember that for years. Like, I remember, like, someone telling me, I'm not even gonna go too much into it, but like, I remember someone telling me something like, um you're not always gonna be attractive, you're not always gonna be a pretty, or something like that. And I didn't even think I was even like all of that or something like that. I get, like, you know what I'm saying? I didn't even think I was even all of that, you know what I mean? But they just said that out of nowhere. Said that out of nowhere. And I'm just like, oh, it's not gonna be like that all the time. Because I was like, I said something along the lines of, wow, people think I'm like so attractive or something like that. And I was surprised. I'd be genuinely surprised when people find me attractive. I'm not even gonna lie. But I don't think that really makes me insecure. I was just really not hip. I'm like, wow, people really find me attractive? I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. And someone told me, they were like, it was a he. And he was like, I'm not even trying to say it like that, but just how he said it. He was like, well, it's not always gonna be like that. I said, what does that mean? I was really trying to, like, when you're young and you're trying to comprehend what people are saying to you and things of that nature, and you're trying to comprehend it in your brain and in your heart space, you're like, what? Especially if you heard that for the first time, you're like, what does that even mean? Because in my perspective, I can be around a person who's 80 years old and they can be the beautifulest person I ever met in my freaking life by their soul, bro. They can be the most beautiful soul you ever, the most youngest beautiful in soul, the most youngest vibrant beautiful soul that you ever ran into. That's the catalyst to life. And you like, wow, man, I just met the most beautiful soul on the freaking planet just now. And this person was she was freaking, I'm not even gonna lie, because that's a true story. She was like freaking 80. But she looked like she was like 20 years old. I'm not even gonna lie, no cap. I've seen that a couple times. Couples they were like young, beautiful, like gardening. Literally, I seen a couple, they were gardening. And they were like in their 80s. And they looked like they were like 20, man. No cap. I feel like it sounds like cap, but I seen them. I remember that in my photographic memory inside of my brain. I remember that. You better remember that. You better remember that. Remember that. Yep, man. Well, yeah. Guess I'm just gonna be the one that's just hidden inside of this dungeon all day. Hidden inside of the dungeon. The dungeon isn't that shit that bad, honestly. It's like, it happens to every Disney princess. They get